Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, welcome to my channel. My name is Micah. Today we are shopping my stash for the month of October. This feels very late, but I always do this on the first Tuesday of the month, and that's why we're doing it today. So, I had lots of things, of course, in here for the month of September, so I'll run you through that first, and then we're going to go over to my makeup drawers, and we're going to be selecting lots of new products, I think, because I actually have about 3 products here that I've used up, so that means we are definitely going to be switching out quite a bit. So let me get started with foundations first. So I had 2 foundations in here, and that was the Colourpop Pretty Fresh and the Zoeva Authentik Skin. I have reviewed both of these over on my blog, and I use this in my latest Get Ready With Me, so if you really want to see this one go on, then I would very much recommend you checking that out. I definitely prefer the Zoeva foundation over the Colourpop one, but I feel they are quite comparable. So if you have trouble getting Zoeva, because of course they're a European brand and you're based in the US, then the Pretty Fresh is actually quite a good alternative. But vice versa, if you're in Europe and Colourpop is very expensive and difficult to get for you, then definitely try the Zoeva one. The Zoeva one is almost twice as expensive than the Colourpop though. So in this case, it could be worth like spending the extra money on a Colourpop thing. But yeah, the Colourpop one is like $16 and this is 26 euros. But I do feel that it's definitely worth the price point. This is very quickly becoming like one of my like top 10 foundations for sure. So very happy with the Zoeva one. This is definitely one I want to go back to. But Catrice just launched a new foundation. And I bought another foundation that is new, so I definitely have 2 new foundations to try, so I want to try those first this month. Then there was only 1 concealer in this entire Shop My Stash, and this is a product that I will stop using because this is now finished. This is the Essence Stay All Day 16-Hour Concealer in the shade Soft Beige. I didn't mention what the shades the foundation's in, but I'll make sure to have the entire list of products down below so you can check it out. And this is just gone. I cannot really get anything out of it anymore. I really tried my hardest to use this up. Turned out there was a lot more product in here that I had expected, but I'm very much looking forward to trying some new concealer this month as well. For powder, I'm going to keep this one in. This is the Hourglass Veil Powder, and it's a loose powder. This is one of their minis, so this is a travel size, and I think it's perfect. I'm not sure if you can see that, but if I keep it on the side, you can see how much of this I've used up. So I think I've used up about 1/3, maybe 1/4 of it, so this is definitely, like, I hope I can use this up before the end of the year. That is my aim with this one. We'll see how it goes. So this is staying. Something that's going is the Coconut Dream Primer by I Heart Revolution. This is actually pretty much gone, and I just don't like it enough to keep using it. Like, I use it all month. It definitely made my foundation peel off my face a few times where I had used just a little too much of this. This is one of those primers that feels very creamy, almost like a moisturizer, and I definitely made the mistake of almost using it like that, and it just made my foundation just sort of like flake off my skin. So that wasn't great, and I'm not too big a fan of the coconut scent this has. There's hardly anything left in here. I really won't be missing this one in my stash, so I'm going to be selecting a new primer. I only put 1 bronzer in this month, and I think it was good. It was the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I completely fell in love with this again. I now remember why I like this so much. Again, I'm not a big fan of scented makeup. With this, I can definitely sort of like handle it so much so because just the product itself is that good. I love it. But we're selecting a new bronzer for sure. Highlighter then. Towards the start of the month, I was reaching for this quite a bit. The Hades highlighter from Colourpop. And this is really pretty. I have to say that I really liked it. It may just be a little bit too dark for what I really like, but I just love this shade. It's like a peach, but I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has this very sort of pinky kind of flash to it. It's a stunning one. And I do really like the Super Shock formula, and I appreciated how this pan is a little bit bigger, so it's easier to like stick your sponge in and apply it. And also in here, the Soft Sun Cinnamon Sky highlighter by Zoeva. This is a baked highlighter that I actually like. This is a bit more subtle on the skin, and I definitely use this a lot towards the second half but it's time to put something else in this Shop My Stash for sure. And then last but not least, some blushes. I put Diffused Heat in my Shop My Stash by Hourglass. I haven't reached for this once. I definitely think like the time frame where I like using this kind of color had just passed a little too much, I guess, so that's why I didn't reach for this. But I did reach for the Natasha Denona Diamond Glow quite a bit, on and off throughout the month, and I have to say, I reviewed this now on my blog, and it's not my favorite. I like using this product by mixing the two shades, because this is too glittery to really be a highlighter that I like, but I find that if I mix the two, I prefer this. It's just, I don't know, I just don't think it, like a full size, like this is a mini, so it's okay, but for a full size, I wouldn't really be very happy with the texture that this has going on. I find it very difficult to get product to be picked up by a brush, and to apply an even layer. I definitely have to go in with a lot of product in order to make this work. So I was much more pleased with my Etude House blush. This is like $5, and this is the Ginger Honey Cookie blush from their lovely cookie blusher line. I've actually been eyeing up other shades in this line, but they all seem to be pretty similar. I would be very interested in trying the lavender one though, so still sort of maybe sometime next year I might want to do like another like Asian makeup sort of tryout, and maybe I can buy another one of the shades, because this blush is just phenomenal. And it's like the mini from Natasha Denona was like $20, so this is like a quarter of the price, and I love this. And I just don't really think that the Natasha Denona stuff is worth it. Let's talk brows. I've been using this brow pencil from Etude House the entire month. I still have quite a bit of product left, and this is not my favorite brow product, you guys. Let's see how much we have left here. And I'll tell you why I'm not a huge fan. It's just a very hard pencil. I don't know, it's just not, it's almost scratchy on my skin. And I don't like the sensation. I'll soldier on and I will use it up for sure, but I just find it's a bit too harsh, I find. And I've used up the Glossier Boy Brow. The other day I was like doing my brows, I was like, there's hardly any product on the wand, so this is gone, so I need to select a new brow gel. And something that's almost gone, but by the time I replace this you won't be able to tell the difference, but my Glam & Dull Mascara by Catrice is pretty much gone, so I am still awaiting for the one missing lipstick shade that I don't have yet to come out. I have been checking out whether the products are in my local Kruidvat, and I haven't been able to find it yet, but then when I pick that up, I'll pick up a new one of this. So this is going to stay in for now, and you won't see much of a difference because I'm going to be buying exactly the same product. And then over here, over on this side, I'm going to be taking out the lip balm I had in here. This is the Essence Lip Ritual, and this is gone. So I'm like hitting the plastic with my lips, so that's very annoying. So that will be going out. I'm going to be selecting a new lip balm. For setting spray, I think use about half of this. So that's still good to go for another month. And everything else is still good to go. My eyeshadow primer is still okay. My MAC Paint Pot, like I keep feeling the glass jar of this, and you just can't really see much progress yet. But if I hold it up against the light, I can definitely start seeing like bare patches in the product. So that is exciting. And I've hit pan on my cream eyeshadow by The Body Shop. So that's all super exciting. So I've used up 4 products and I've hit pan on 1. I think I did pretty good on this. Now for lipsticks, I had 5 lipsticks in here, and I'm going to change these out for sure. This Too Faced one I'm going to save because I actually have planned to do a full face of Too Faced in November. So I want to make sure I keep this itty bitty piece of lipstick for that video, so that at least I don't have to go out and buy a brand new Too Faced lipstick for that video. So this one I'm going to savor, and if it's in here I might end up using it. The other week I was using this, I was like, oh, I shouldn't use it up, but I do want to use this up before the end of the year. So I'll definitely, once I've filmed that full face of Too Faced, I'm going to go back to it and just soldier on with it. And then I had Urban Decay's Firebird in here. Wow, I thought I had selected like a MAC Rebel kind of shade. This is much more vibrant and a lot more like more like a plummy magenta. I loved it. I wore it a few days to work though, and it's a cream formula, So it did get all over my teeth, but with a shade like this, it's just worth it. Charlotte Tilbury Love Liberty, perhaps the most used lipstick this month. I wore this so much. This is such a perfect fall shade. Lovely berry, and these just stay put so well. These Matte Revolution lipsticks by Charlotte Tilbury. I love them. And then my two Bite custom lipsticks. I love Bite lipsticks in like the fall winter season because they're so nourishing and yet they still stay put. These are the ones I made myself last year in New York. I wore the red a lot more than I did the nude, but oh my, these are lovely lipsticks. Two of my favorites. I just love these. And now we're moving on to eyeshadow, and also in this department, let me move the powder. In this department, I've used quite a bit. I definitely like tried some new Catrice stuff already, so I used this another time, like apart from the Get Ready With Me that I already did, or the first impression. These little 5-in-a-box palettes by Catrice, oh my word, they are giving off Natasha Denona vibes. And this one, this more cool tone color story, if you can get your hands on these, I know people in the US were saying, I can't get these, and apparently Cosmetic for Less claims to be shipping internationally, but they don't ship to the US. I don't know what's going on there, because even the brand, like Catrice, will advise people who say, I can't get these products. They will tell people to go to that German website that I always recommend, but apparently they don't ship to the US, so you're just going to have to hang tight. It takes about 6 months to a year before these new things drop in the US. So check out Ulta. That's all I can say. But for all the European people who are now getting these new Catrice products, definitely check it out. This was such a lovely, really wonderful quality, nice little 5-pan, and it's only $3.99. Another banger that Catrice came out with, I think this will be going up, I think, in the next 2 weeks or so. I use this, and oh, this is such a stunning color story. It's got cool tones for the most part. Maybe this is a little bit warm, but it's a bit more reddish tone than it really is a brown. This Catrice has done, like I don't know what they've been doing the past year, but their eyeshadow game is completely on point. And this vintage soul color story, like no one, not even high-end brands are doing anything like this currently. So it's unique, it's more cool toned, and it's affordable. But these do retail for about 10 euros or so. So these are a bit more expensive than these ones. Then I finally got around to using my Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet. I was so behind on doing looks because I barely wore makeup during the heat wave we had in August. So I felt very behind, which is why there are so many eyeshadow palettes here now, because I need to get ready for work, and then I just do some looks. So yeah, I did another 3 looks with this, I think, maybe 4 even. Loved it. I know a lot of people were saying, it's not purple enough. It's supposed to be a naked palette, people. I do still think that a deeper matte purple to tie it more together, like if this would have been like a matte purple, it would have been a much better palette, but I can make it work. This works really nicely in the crease. This makes a perfect liner. I'm not going to complain. It's wearable purples, if that's what you're looking for. Another very wearable palette, the Lorac Pro 4. I just finished doing looks with this the other day, and maybe this, actually. Hold on. Hold on. Do we see some similarities here? I'm only noticing this right now. Oh, I think Catrice may have been looking at this palette, but I have to say that the Lorac palette is more warm toned. I would say that the Catrice one is more cool toned leaning. This one has a bit more warmth to it, but it's still very wearable. This is a pinky shade that is not too pink. It's like really nicely muted and in the middle. If you like rosy, plummy tones with a bit of warmth, and you want to make it like wearable for every day, try the Lorac Pro 4 because it's a stunning palette. It's a stunning palette. Was this absolutely necessary in my collection? Absolutely not. But I have it now, and I do really enjoy it. Another palette where I'm like, did I really need it? But that I really liked is the Flutterby by Colourpop. I think last month I already used the Coconuts, Going Coconuts and Making Mauves, so this was the last Colourpop palette I still had to try. This is not as warm toned as the Making Mauves. I feel this is a little bit more neutral / cool tone leaning. I liked it. I really did. I really like that shade here, this shade here. I like this as like a transition, even though it has the glitter. This pressed glitter is lovely, but absolutely not something I needed. I like this better, I think, than the Making Mauves because it has more options. But really, to be quite honest, I would probably pull those two in together because I feel that this glitter just makes this color story a bit more limiting. And then, oh, Miss Pat Mcgrath. This, like, she did a sale in September, so I may have gotten some more Pat Mcgrath stuff because, ooh, I'm knocking over the camera, because I finally got around to trying my Divine Rose 2. Ooh, the sun is coming in all of a sudden, making it very bright. Let me see if I can tone it down. So you can see these colors. Oh, isn't it stunning? I did a few looks with this. I have to say, though, that on pictures don't do this palette any justice. Every look I did with this was absolutely stunning. The shades are so easy to blend and work with. Yes, I now get why Pat Mcgrath can be 125 euros. I did pay that price point for this, but I got my other Pat Mcgrath bits on sale, so I'm very happy with that. I think I got like 25% off on another one of these big guys, so I paid just under 100 euros for that. And I've been buying everything from the official Pat Mcgrath website, in case you're wondering, and I love how quickly they replied to my email when it took a bit longer for the palette to get here. They also, like, the price point you see on the website is including shipping and handling fees, so you're not going to be stumped with extra customs fees when you order from their official website, which is great. And finally, the palette I'm in the midst of trying. I've only done 1 or 2 looks with this so far. I definitely need to, by the time this video actually goes live, I will have used it 3 times. I will have done 3 looks with this. I'm planning on, like, I already did this look. I filmed videos wearing these 4 shades, and then I want to do a look using these 4 shades and these 4 shades. I don't know why, but in my brain it kind of breaks up into 3 quads. I don't know, but that's just how my brain works, so these are the looks I still want to do. And yeah, I don't know yet that much about it. I've only used the neutrals because I thought that would be a safe place to start and just get a feel for the formula, because most brands can do neutrals. And I have to say, I put this all over my crease. It was stunning, absolutely stunning shade, blended so easily. I was super impressed. This has a bit of a duochrome to it. Lovely. I just wish this was a bit deeper because I felt that this kind of muddied together with this one too much. I would have liked this to be a deeper brown to really have a bit more contrast in everything, because now that I look at it again, it's really just missing a good contrast in color, because this does have a load of shimmer in. So for me, if this would have been like a matte brown, a bit like, you know, something like this, you know, something deep like this in here, I think the palette would have been easier to use and a little bit more appealing perhaps. But yeah, this is a really nice warm toned, like almost like cinnamon kind of color, and this is just such a nice spicy fall look. I really loved it for that, so can't wait to play around with the more colorful shades in this. Right, so we have gone through everything that I wanted to do in this little section, and now I would like to select the products that are going to go into this drawer. Right, so we're just here to select some new brow stuff in here, and I think also a mascara, because in October my full face video is going to be on L'Oreal, so I definitely need to have a L'Oreal mascara handy to go. And then I need a new brow gel. Do I have, well, this is the Inked Brow by Urban Decay. And then I just have my two of my favorites. I think everything else is like brow pencils, isn't it? Yeah, everything else is brow pencils and a brow palette. So since this is more of like a brow filling kind of thing, I'm just gonna go with the OG Make Me Brow by Essence. Alrighty, so we have our lipstick drawer here, and I need to find some new lipsticks to wear. So I've got these full satin nude lipsticks from Catrice, which I still want to put in a video, so I'm not going to be using these anytime soon. So those are just on top, so I remember to use them. Plus, I currently have no container for them to go into. Plus, perhaps good to know, the other day, Lisa Eldridge restocked all of her lipsticks, and I did place myself an order. These are some of my favorite lipsticks. They do kind of like stick together like that, which is unpleasant. But yeah, I'm hoping to get some new Lisa Eldridge lipsticks to play with this month. So that is why I definitely wanted to pull in Velvet Muse as one of the nudes that I want to use this month. I have been using that Too Faced one for such a long time that, you know, I wasn't really reaching for any other nudes, but now that I have no other nude to play with, let's play with this one. And then I think I'm just going to go for Max Rebel this time, just to make sure that I have that shade that I really want. This is one of those shades that looks so much more vibrant in the bullet than it is on the lips. It's more of like a pinky purple. Nice for the fall time. And this is also the kind of like time period of the year where I really like going for like the deeper, vampier kind of shades, you could say. Should I go for this? This is a really old lipstick though, so I hope it's still okay. I'm just going to throw it in here. This is Black Cassis from Estee Lauder, which is a really, really nice, like deep, like plummy berry shade. It's like one of those shades that's like a black and plum. That's the only way I can describe it. And then I want a red, of course. Oh, I know. I'm going to go in with this new Catrice one. This is an updated shade for their Demi Matte line. Really, really stunning. It's a bit deeper than a classic red, which is, again, what I like this time of year. And I'm now also thinking, ooh, yeah, I think, no, I'll just go with Chili. Where are you? Where did you go? Ah, right here in the corner. That's why I couldn't see it. But this is Chili by MAC. I want that. Ooh, no, and another great shade for the fall time. Ah, I have too many options here. I really need to downsize my lipstick collection at some point in the future because I just, like, these are my favorites. Like, Lisa Eldridge, Charlotte Tilbury, Bite, Urban Decay, MAC. Those are my favorites. I like a lot of my Catrice, and then this part is just sort of overlooked. Oh well. But I wanted to pull in Thistle. This is a cool toned taupe by Bite, and I love it this time of year, so I definitely need to whip it out. So then we've got 6 options too there, a bit more nude. We've got a very deep shade, we've got a fun berry shade, and we've got 2 reds. I say we're okay. So we are now in my face drawer, and as per usual, this is where I'm going to be talking about the most, because I think we need new foundation, we need new concealer, we need new primer, we need so many new things. I was like, where did it go? But I, of course, want to pull in the Catrice True Skin Foundation as well as the concealer, so I can really give these a whirl this month. These are newly released by Catrice. They should be out now if you're in Europe. Yeah, I really, really want to try these. So I'm going to pull those in. And then for concealer as well, let me see if I can find it. Zoeva also came out with concealers. So I already tried the foundation. And now I also want to try the concealer a bit more. What shade do I have this in? This is in 010 Absolute, which should be lighter than the foundation. And then these two are both in 002 Neutral. And funny thing, I already tried these in my Catrice First Impression. The concealer is a bit more yellow tone than the foundation is, which is weird. And then for foundation, something that is so new to me, I haven't even taken pictures of it, but I bought myself the Anastasia, is this called? Yeah, the Luminous Foundation in 030N. No, 130N. This is what the bottle looks like. So I'm hoping to, at some point this year, compare it to the Zoeva one, because apparently these are similar. So I hope before the end of the year, I'm planning to do it in December, to do like a wear test, see how they wear, etc., etc. Like I mentioned, this is still in my box to take pictures of. I usually save up tons of products that I order or buy over a month, and then once a month I sit down and snap all the pictures with the swatches and do all that. But yeah, this is already in. I just need to make sure that I take pictures of it. So I'm not going to put it in my drawer just yet. I will first focus on the Catrice foundation for sure, and then towards the end of the month I'll be whipping this one out. Alright, so I think that settles it for concealer and foundation. I think 2 concealers, 2 foundations, and I have about 2 weeks per product to really work on it. And now I need a primer. And I'm a bit stumped. These 2 are like some of my all-time favorites. This now has been discontinued. Sad, but they have come out with a new hydrating primer, but I can't buy it yet because it's still out of stock. And then the Hangover RX. Beauty Shield is great for summertime. I have the e.l.f. Putty Primer. This one by Maybelline wasn't all that special. I'm not sure whether I'll actually be using that ever again. Might be a product I might just end up decluttering. Shall I just go for one of these? I think I will, because my skin is pretty dry. You know what? Since it's one of the new Catrice products, I'm just going to go in with, let me make you a bit darker so you can see, the Glow Beautifying Face Oil by Catrice. And if I shake this up, I think this will be a great primer to play around with from Catrice. It's a oily kind of primer, so I'm very, very curious to see how that will go. Maybe just go in with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Primer. So, ooh, again, very bright. This one I bought together with the Pretty Fresh foundation when that was launched, because I wanted to try more from the Pretty Fresh line. So maybe on days where I don't want to go for an oil, and I want to go for something more basic, maybe I can use this. So I never put in 2 primers, but this time I kind of feel like it. Yes, great. Let's talk blush, because we also need to go in with some blush. Do I have anything that I haven't really used yet? So this is the Ofra Samantha March blush. I haven't reviewed it yet, so that definitely needs to be given a try. And when I ordered some Colourpop stuff, I bought this one, this light pinky shade, from the Making Mauves collection called Catch My Vibe. So I think it's a bit pink for what I usually go for, but I tried it on my cheeks once so far and it seemed to be okay. So these are both quite pinky actually. It's maybe a bit more neutral, but very pigmented too. So that's some new stuff that I can try. Maybe something peachy and then something a bit more nude. Yeah, for a nude, let's just go in with the OG Tarte in Seduce. I may not end up using this at all this month, but just to be on the safe side. And then, ooh, I know, not something peachy. Let's go for something berry. I want to use this Catrice blush. It's Wine O'Clock by Catrice. I've got 4 blushes. Oh my, but okay, only 2 of them are new. 2 of them are old favorites. And I think I want to go in with 2 different bronzers. You know what? I haven't used my Hoola Light in forever. And I think I should just give it another whirl. It's a nice yellow toned one. I need to go back to that, so maybe the Becca one. I love this Becca one. This is the Sunlit Bronzer in Bali Sands. I'm not sure this is as glowy as I'd like it to be, though, for right now. Maybe. I haven't used this much. I almost decluttered this, actually. This is the Max Factor, what's this called? Cream bronzer. It's a baked product, so it's not a cream bronzer, in light gold. And I actually bought this because Arna Arlane was raving about it. I think this may be better, just to give it a try. I almost decluttered it, but I hadn't tried it enough, which is why I kept it around. This may be good. Maybe I can layer them. Ooh, because they both have this like yellowish kind of undertone. We'll play around with that, see how it goes. I've got powder, so I don't need to go into this section. So here we have the highlighters. And I've got some more things like over here. Yeah, I'm going to have to use this Catrice one more. This is their More Than highlighter in the shade Ultimate Platinum Glaze. I fell in love with this thing. Let me turn down the brightness so you can see. This was a stunning shade on me. That's more like a neutrally, like everyday beigey kind of highlight. It is very intense though. What else do I want to go in with? A very new one is my Melt one. This is the Digital Dust Highlights in Morning Star. This is a very new one to me. I only bought it like just a few weeks ago, so we definitely need to play around with that. That has a peachy undertone. I'm gonna whip out one of my Becca ones. This is in the shade Rose Quartz. And this is a bit more pink tone. And since I've got pink tone blushes going on, I think this may be very pretty with that. So, Becca, Catrice, Melt. I think we've got a bit of everything. A bit of high-end, a bit of drugstore. So I think that's good. And that would be everything I have to select. So let me take you over to the drawer and start putting stuff back in. Right, so those are all of the products that I have shot my stash for the month of October. It's quite full over here, but yeah, I think it just about fits. And I forgot to tell you what lip balm I had selected. I always forget one thing, but this is a mini of the Sugar Rosé Fresh lip balm. So I just got this in one of those Sephora kits last year, and I thought I could give it a whirl. So it's just a mini, so maybe I can already use it up very quickly. We'll see. With lip balms, you just never know. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more by me. I will definitely be coming back to you towards the end of the month with a Get Ready With Me, but I've got lots of other plans for October. I already executed some of them. But yeah, another full face. We're going to be doing L'Oreal this month. These products are going to show up in a Get Ready With Me. And stay tuned, because before the end of this month, I will be doing a full week all about single eyeshadow. So if you love single eyeshadow, and please stick around, because I definitely have lots of content planned with those as well. So I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you very much for watching this one, and then I really hope you have a really great day. Bye-bye!